Welcome to this special edition of Picks on Politics. I'm Henry Rosoff, and today we are going issue by issue, candidate by candidate in the race for New York City mayor. There are 5 men vying to lead the city in what could be the closest general election this coming November we've seen in some 2 decades. And the reason it could be so contentious is the stunning Democratic primary win by Zohran Mamdani. Mr. Mamdani is a 33-year-old Queens State Assemblyman. He's a Democratic socialist who made a number of big promises in the primary round, but along with them, there are big concerns about if he can deliver. Also in the race is independent candidate, 67-year-old former Governor Andrew Cuomo. He lost the Democratic primary to Mamdani despite being a heavy favorite. Cuomo is pledging to run a better campaign this time. He, of course, has a lengthy political history, including major accomplishments as governor, like rebuilding LaGuardia Airport, but also resigned amidst a sexual harassment scandal. Next is the current mayor of New York City, 64-year-old Eric Adams. He declined to run as a Democrat following the dismissal of his federal corruption charges by the Trump administration. Adams says he's running on his record this time as an independent candidate. The Republican in the race is Curtis Sliwa, 71-year-old founder of the Guardian Angels, a public safety group known for their red jackets and berets. Sliwa is most focused on subway safety in particular and was the nominee in 2021, losing to Mayor Adams. Finally, we have a third independent option for city voters, the experienced lawyer Jim Walden. Walden got into the race as an anti-corruption candidate, but has become something of an anti-Mamdani coalition leader, suggesting that candidates need to coalesce around one person to defeat Mr. Mamdani, citing Mamdani's socialist agenda and concerns from the Jewish community about Mamdani's past statements. And I'm now joined by J.C. Polanco, attorney, political analyst, and assistant professor at the University of Mount St. Vincent. He's one of several guests we'll be having during this special to break down this race. So, J.C., let's just start with some opening thoughts for you on this race for mayor. What do you think?
I think this is as exciting as it gets. Mm-hmm. Henry, this is like a mayoral race like we've never seen before. You have an exciting 33-year-old assemblyman out of Queens who just shocked the entire country in this political earthquake of a primary win just last month. And you have a former governor coming in and saying, I may have lost that primary, but I want to give it another shot. You have the sitting mayor with the power of incumbency saying, I'm the mayor, and you guys have to come after the king, right? Mm-hmm. You have Curtis Sliwa, who's a known entity here in New York City, saying, hey, I'm one of you. I ran 4 years ago. We know Curtis. We know that red beret from a mile away. And Jim Walden, who is pushing himself as the moderate, centrist voice in this campaign. Yeah,
a serious person, you know, a former federal prosecutor. We sometimes see third-party candidates be a little goofy. That's not Jim Walden. He's a very serious person.
Very serious candidate. There's also a guy named Mr. Hernandez that's running out there as well. So you have a lot of candidates, and the polling data is showing that no one has a majority of the vote. Now, what's great about this election and why political reporters, especially senior reporters here at Picks, are so excited is...
Won't be able to take someone vacation is what you mean.
Vacation time. No vacation time. But you don't need a majority of the vote, Henry. Mm-hmm. All you need is a plurality, so you can actually win this with less than 50% of the vote.
Different
easily
than ranked choice voting, which we just saw in the primary. So we're going to get to all the issues. We're going to get to housing affordability, crime, transportation, President Trump. We're going to get to all the issues, and that's going to be the main focus of this. But on the raw politics of this, let's talk about what we've seen play out immediately after Mr. Mamdani winning the Democratic primary. And that's Mr. Walden and Mr. Cuomo in particular saying, we need one guy to try to take down Mr. Mamdani. Not everyone, namely Adams and Sliwa, have hopped on board with that. But do you think this will come down to one person versus Mamdani? And if it does not, does Mr. Mamdani probably win?
That's a great question. And I hear it all over the city. That's a concern folks have. If you look at every poll right now, Assemblyman Mamdani is a juggernaut, and so is his campaign. So that means that when you take a look at some of the polls, he's at 36 or 38% of the vote right now, which means that there's a lot of room there and that the majority of New York is looking elsewhere, which is why you have Jim Walden say, which is why you have Governor Cuomo say, let's all coalesce behind one candidate that can stand up to Assemblyman Mamdani and bring this home. If the opposition vote is divided the way it is, Henry, the math ain't mathing.
Yeah, like 10% to Adams, 20%
The math
to
ain't
Cuomo.
mathing,
Yeah,
and I like these guys, and we'll talk about it all the time, but there's just no way. I don't see it. I don't see a world where you can have 4 in opposition against a juggernaut like Assemblyman Mamdani in a Democratic town. Look, within the next few weeks, this is what's going to happen. Assemblyman Mamdani is simply going to get more popular. He's going to consolidate the Democratic Party. More Democrats are going to get in line. Unions are going to get in line.
And you already see some of this happening.
We already see it happening. The national media is going to make him a celebrity, a la AOC, and he's going to be stronger than ever before. So if you ever want to have a shot against Assemblyman Mamdani, the time is now to coalesce behind one candidate and go all out to try to defeat the policies that Assemblyman Mamdani is pushing that obviously from the polls, it looks like the majority of New Yorkers not exactly on board with.